2, 1.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Councilman Michael Holmes calling to order the May 15th session of the Finance Committee. With me in chambers is Councilman Tim Andrew, Councilwoman Monica Peters. Absent is Mayor Pro Tem and Chairman Britt Moore. We have a few items on the agenda today. We'll get started with item 2025-169, consideration of a change order to Burford Construction. Tyler Barrier, Electric Utilities Director, will be presenting.
Hey, good afternoon. So previously, we have adopted a primary and a secondary contractor for tree trimming services. Electric is asking to execute a change order with our secondary provider. We utilized them on the Johnson Street Sandy Ridge project to do some clearing. That was not in our original scope. And they've had some labor increases, plus we've had some specialized climbing crews come in. So we'd like to execute a change order for $160,000 to bring up the new contract amount to $1.43 million. And there are funds in our budget to cover this. We just didn't have them originally in the contract. So
Exactly.
it's there. It's just we got to put it in the right place.
Right. The primary drivers of that, labor and any other material costs, or?
Labor rates are one, but we did have to use them on a couple of projects that we didn't anticipate using them on, one being that NCDOT project. That was previously a North State line, and the city's taking that line over. So that was not in our original scope, but it's, needed.
Any other questions for Tyler?
I have no questions.
All right, if not, I'll make a motion to adopt item 2025-169.
I'll second.
There's a second by Councilman Andrew. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you, Tyler.
Thank you.
Next up, we have item 2025-170, consideration of an update to the Public Transportation Agency Safety Plan. We've got Angela Wines, Transit Manager, presenting, but it's not her, it's Damon. Damon Duquesne. Certainly a downgrade, but I'll take it. Anyway, Damon.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, Chair, members of the committee. Damon Duquesne, Assistant City Manager, sadly filling in for Angela Wines, our Transportation Manager. So the item before you is similar to one I believe we brought last year. Every year we have to look at our safety plan and update because we do receive federal funds. As with last year, there's a summary table of the changes that are being made, no budgetary impact. However, it does need to be adopted by council, so
Any questions for Damon?
recommend approval.
Unfortunately, I have some questions.
Unfortunately, I'm probably not going to be able to answer them, but we'll try.
So, paragraph 4.0, page 23, there is a reduced fare for senior citizens and persons with disabilities. If I remember right, didn't we also offer that discount to veterans?
So you're correct. We already offered that reduced fare for those two groups that you just stated.
Okay.
And then in the proposed budget, we're recommending reducing for veterans and students.
Excellent, thank you. And then paragraph 10.2, page 55, the evaluations for tabletop drills and full scale for safety. Do you know when the last time that drill was performed? And the reason I'm asking all this is that I do system safety for a living, so I'm just curious.
So I do not know, but we'll certainly get that for you and also get you the score that was received.
And then one kudos, page 60, paragraph 13.1. You did update from last year referencing Mill Standard 882 Echo, so good job, caught that.
Yes, sir, I remember your comment from last year. That's why we made sure that was done.
All right.
No, I'm just kidding, I don't remember.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right, any other questions for Damon? If not, I will make a motion to approve item 2025-17.
I will second.
Second by Councilman Andrew. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right, motion passes. Damon is also back. Item 2025-171, consideration of a contract with Motorola Solutions, Inc.
Yes, sir. This is a state contract purchase to replace 30 obsolete mobile radios that are obviously key to our transit operations. We did talk to the IT department and consulted on this. So council's requested to consider the contract with Motorola in the amount of $139,194 for the purchase of 30 radios under state contract. Staff recommends approval.
Question, these were for transit or police?
Transit.
Transit, okay, thank you.
Any other questions? No? All right, if there are none, I'll make a motion to approve item 2025-171.
I will second.
Second by Councilman Andrew. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. All right, next up, we got item 2025-172, consideration of a contract with Miller Services HVAC, and we'll have Robbie Stone, our Public Services Director, presenting.
Thank you. This is to replace 5 HVAC units at our Eastside Wastewater Treatment Plant. These units have reached the end of their life cycle. We have listed the 5 locations there. We did have 4 contractors bid on this. Miller Services HVAC, Inc. was the lowest bidder. We do have funding available in our current budget for this, and we're asking for approval, recommending approval for this in the amount of $101,525.
Any questions for Robbie?
Not on this one, no.
Robbie, how many units, is it like a cyclical number of units that you guys replace at a time?
We are working to get on the schedule of
Okay.
that. Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. If there are no further questions, I will make a motion to approve item 2025-172. Is there a second?
Second?
Second by Councilwoman Peters. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries. All right, next up, we have item 2025-173, consideration of a sole source contract with Precision Safe Sidewalks. You are not Robbie Stone, you are Melinda
Much,
King.
much better looking at
Yeah,
it.
absolutely. Melinda King, who will be presenting.
So this is going to seem a little bit like deja vu because we brought this to you just last time, but that was brought to you as a change order. Unfortunately, the company, the parent company, owns 2 separate firms,
Right.
Precision Management, Precision Safe Sidewalks, and they can't do a change order to that one. So this is just the same exact contract of the addressing the trip hazards in the Burns Hill neighborhood and Emerywood for a total of $150,000. We're just doing it as a whole separate contract instead of a change order.
Make sense?
Yep.
If there are no further questions, I'll make a motion to approve item 2025-173. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Councilman Andrew. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. 2025-174, consideration of a contract with Barr Construction Company. And now we've got Robbie Stone back.
Yes, we're just bouncing back and forth today. So this is for Barr Construction Company to award a contract with them for a new facility maintenance building. The current facility maintenance building is located on our same property as our Ward Water Treatment Plant, and it was built back in 1996. And this group has just grown over time. This new building will give them some room for training, for storing of extra parts and equipment, and some office area as well. There were 4 firms that are contractors that bid on this. 2 were deemed non-responsive, so the lowest responsive bidder was Barr. We did get together with the designers and Barr and achieve some price reduction for this. Funds are currently available in our current budget, and we're recommending award this to Barr Construction in the amount of $2,164,500.
Robbie. Any questions for Robbie this
Yeah,
time?
yeah, question, in the bid tabulation sheet, Mike's McKellen was lower. Were they one of the ones that are not responsive?
They were non-responsive,
Okay.
yes, sir.
Have we done work with Barr before?
Yes, sir. They, the last project I think that I did with them was the upgrade of the MRF.
Okay.
Yes,
So we have some history.
yes, sir.
All right. Any other questions for Robbie? All right, hearing none, I'll make a motion to approve item 2025-174. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Councilman Andrew. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. All right, next up, we have item 2025-176, consideration of a sole source contract renewal with Acela Incorporated. Adam Ward, our Information Technology Services Director, will be presenting.
Good afternoon, council members. The purpose of this agenda item is to seek approval for a 2-year renewal of our cloud hosting services with Acela. This renewal includes increased licensing to accommodate more staff access. Acela has been an integral part of our land development and permitting process since 2012. The renewal term has been shortened to 2 years to allow flexibility as we explore other platforms in this space. Total cost of the contract is $614,667.55, with $296,940.84 allocated for FY 24-25 and $317,726.71 for FY 26-27. This is included in the proposed budget pending approval from Mayor and City Council. We recommend approving this renewal with Acela as a sole source provider to maintain continuity and efficiency in our services. Happy to answer any questions or address any concerns.
Thank you, Adam. Any questions for Adam at this time?
No.
All right, well, hearing none, I will make a motion to approve item 2025-176. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Councilman Andrew. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, that motion carries. Next up, item 2025-177, consideration of a resolution directing the expenditure of opioid settlement funds for the city of High Point, and we'll have Assistant City Manager Eric Almedo presenting.
Thank you, sir. This item, as you said, is the resolution directing the expenditure of opioid settlement funds. Just as a reminder, the city will be receiving approximately $2.5 million over the next 15 years or so in opioid settlement funds. We've received about $741,000 to date, and we've had one distribution last year of $33,400 to Caring Services. This proposal would allocate $121,600 for evidence-based addiction treatments. We are asking council to consider that resolution for that use.
Thank you. Still certainly a problem that we face in our society with opioid proliferation in our community. So really good to have those funds to be able to support the great work of Caring Services. We have any questions for Eric at this time? No. All right, well, hearing none, I will make a motion to approve item 2025-177. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Andrew. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries. All right, next up, we have item 2025-186, consideration of a resolution to authorize the acquisition of real property at 1661 Westchester Drive. And once again, we have Assistant City Manager Eric Almedo presenting.
And thank you, sir. Before we get started, I want to make a correction to both the title and the recommendation to strike the reference to a resolution that was pointed out to me last week by the Madam Attorney, and I failed to make that change. So we'll make that change before the final council meeting. So this is to purchase 1661 Westchester Drive for use of our commercial shared use kitchen project. Just a little history, that building was built in 1988 for use as a K&W cafeteria. It's approximately 12,000 square feet. We have, with the help of Madam Attorney, done a number of negotiations with the property owner for a staff to we negotiated a sale price of $970,000. So that's within our budget, and we feel like that amount plus the amount that we have left over we will be able to renovate that for that use. So we're asking council to consider acquiring that property at 1661 Westchester Drive.
Fantastic. Any questions for Eric?
Yeah, I think you touched on it. So we get the 2 million SBA loan, the 2 million from the city, so that should be enough to purchase it and do all of our renovations, correct?
We have 2 million SBA grant.
Grant,
not-
okay.
Not a loan.
Yeah, sorry.
2 million, that was the ARPA-enabled funds, and then the additional 700,000 in local dollars as well, 350,000 this current fiscal year, and there's $350,000 in our proposed budget. That, with what we will spend on the acquisition and design and our consultant, we feel like we'll have just over $3 million for the renovation. And we're working with our architect and our consultant to finalize those numbers, but the target is to shoot for the renovation cost of, to come in at that budget.
Very good, thank you.
And then you'll get bids for the renovation?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll have, the intent is to do a construction manager at risk contract for renovations.
All right. Any other questions for Eric on this item? All right, hearing none, I will make a recommendation recommendation to adopt item 2025-186 with the stated change by Assistant City Manager Eric Almeida. Is there a second?
I'll second.
There's a motion and a second. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries. Got item 2025-181, bond order authorizing issuance of a series 2025 combined enterprise system revenue bonds, and we've got Bobby Fitzjohn, Financial Services Director, presenting.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is just an information item for the committee. I'll bring this to the full council on Monday night. So you all may remember that last week, I brought the initial resolution to authorize the issuance of these bonds, as well as the application to the LGC. This is just the final step for council approval. You'll see me again in June, where I bring a budget to true up the numbers with what we issue. Again, this is for revenue bonds for the water and sewer system. We will fund renovations at Waterview, the Waterview pump station improvements, West Side Centrifuge replacement, Whites Mill lift station, the replacement of the Ward water filters, and the East Side UV disinfection system. Happy to answer any questions, but it's
Any questions?
Same old. Great. Thank you.
We need to take any action on, just information, all right. Well, that looked to be the last item on the agenda for today. Does any of the committee have anything they would like to announce or mention? I have one. I would like to say a fabulous birthday to my friend and colleague, Councilwoman Monica Peters. She celebrated her birthday yesterday, and so, you want us to sing? No, you serious?
Sure.
We'll do it. All right, everybody, on the count of 3. 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Monica. Happy birthday to you.
And many more. Thank you, thank you.
All right, if there's nothing else to come before the Finance Committee, we are adjourned.
That was sweet.